Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you and want to be thankful for our sponsor, BTC Fiber. You can see our programs on BTC Fiber Channel 18 on their cable channel, as well as BTC Fiber YouTube page. You go there, you can like us and subscribe. We'd love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Today we have with us Curtis Haman with Oola. Yeah, Oola. I want to make sure I say that right. I'm sure I could pronounce it a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Well, Curtis, first of all, let me say thank you for being with us. We're certainly glad you're here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, I've had you in class with a class we had this fall with the chamber, and that was a lot of fun. You did a good job instructing us there and helping us out with businesses and entrepreneurships, and that's what Curtis does primarily a lot. He works with entrepreneurs and various people who want to start up businesses and various things. So, Curtis, let me ask you, first of all, how did you get involved with Oolong? We noticed the surfboard back here, so we want to talk about that some.
Sure. Yeah, I'll come to the surfboard in just a minute. But Oola, how did I get involved? Well, I've been in the corporate world for 25 years, right? And I thought that was going to be where I retired from. That was my dream, to work somewhere, go to college, go to work for you 40 years and retire, with a pension and retirement fund. And that's just gone away. These days, that's not even a thing on the table anymore. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to become an entrepreneur, and I got into real estate. Probably in 99, early 2000, I got heavy into investing in real estate, commercial properties, rental properties, so on and so forth. And everything's going really well. Just right before I had children, money flowing like you wouldn't believe. I mean, just a ton of money going through my hands. And then 2008 hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all know about that financial crisis and what happened. And, my main income was still my full-time job.
Right.
But when that hit, the income I was bringing in wasn't enough to supplement what I needed whatsoever. Went to go file bankruptcy. Luckily, I didn't have to. And believe it or not, my wife was a big couponer at the time, so that really just saved us in a lot of ways. And kind of embarrassed to say, Glenn, but we actually got on food stamps. I was worth in 2007 a little over $1.3 million, and in 2008 I'm in debt $1.3 million. So I'm making $100,000 or so at my full-time job, and I couldn't afford to buy Christmas for my kids. And so the food stamps came in. Thank God that it was there and available. Yeah, I mean, quite embarrassing. And I haven't told many people that. But at that time, I decided I need some sort of balance, in my life, because all I was doing was working. Now kids have come along when the bankruptcy and the food stamps and everything hit. I'm like, whoo! And us males, we're bred to be the providers.
Right.
So I felt just, awful. Maybe people out there can understand that feeling. But so I was determined to do something different to supplement my income. And tried all different kinds of things, but then I realized it was really something within myself that I had to fix. The expectations of my parents, my old teachers, my guidance counselors, my friends, my wife, all these expectations that are out there and just put on you like cement. It just really, really weighs you down. And all you can do is focus on what everybody else wants you to do.
Right.
So I decided to go my own way, but I didn't know what to do. I finally read this book. One of my mentors told me about a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Read the book. I was like, this is fantastic. This is the way I need to go. So I started searching for people who taught it and who had really studied it in depth that I could actually learn from and have a mentor of my own to show me the way. And found a fantastic group that I studied with for about 2 years, became a master guide with them. And then I found Oola. Oola is a simplified version of what I went through. Not many people can focus an entire 2 years of their lives, 30 to 40 hours a week on self-improvement. So I found Oola through my wife, who had been following them for quite some time. There were two fellas that went out, they had a dream to enhance everybody's life by giving them a balanced life. Right? And there's all these 7 categories of things that you can focus on. And they truly wanted to have balance in a life that's completely unbalanced. So they bought this 1974 Volkswagen bus van, no heat, no air. They traveled around the United States and had people put stickers of their dreams and goals on that van. And now they have over 1 million stickers, which represent dreams of people. Most of the dreams happen to be financial. Here in Dunlap, a lot of faith. We had this at the event, the Valley Fest, and people were just thrilled. They were putting stuff on it, but faith was one of the biggest things that we got here in this valley. It shouldn't have surprised me, but it did. But still a lot of financial. But Oola just truly has a good way. There's a new platform they've got. It was mainly set up with life coaching in the beginning, about 7 years ago, and now they've implemented this app of sorts. Imagine, I don't have my cell phone, but imagine your cell phone being a life coach in your pocket. And that's what this program is doing. It launches on 7/7 for the general public. Right now it's just a few, and luckily I'm one of the few on the groundbreaking end of it. I was in the room when it started, right? They say if you're in the room when something begins, a big movement like this that already has over 1 million followers, when something launches and you're one of those people, it's going to be incredible. And my main goal in life, after years of searching, has become the person that people seek to help them become successful, maybe find their hidden talents. There's people, when's the last time anybody asked you, Glenn, or anybody in the audience, what is your true purpose and passion in life? When's anybody ever asked you that?
It's been a while.
Yeah. Most people have no answer because they've never been asked. That's the question I like to ask. It took me a long time to figure it out, but I truly like to see people succeed, hence the entrepreneurship classes, and there's more things coming. They're really exciting with entrepreneurship. But the Oola is just a good way around it. The name came from ooh la la. How does that make you feel when you say that? Ooh la la. It makes you feel really, really good.
Yeah.
And that's the idea, the concept behind it. It's just to really live a balanced life, focus on all the things that are truly important, and live a balanced life. Because none of us do it. None of us do it.
That's true. We don't.
Sorry, that was probably a longer answer than you were looking for.
No, not whatsoever. Well, what are some of the advantages of a business like Oola?
Well, it's something that everybody either wants or needs. Like I said, people don't even hesitate to put their dreams on here. And if you don't write down a goal or a dream, it's really not existent.
Right.
So we all know the self-improvement business, you got like Tony Robbins and Lester Smith and all these people that are doing this. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. Once people start it, they don't stop. So with this kind of business, I know people want it. They really need it, and I can help them get it. And people can share in it with me. Not only can I do the business, but you can do the business. Anybody here can do the business, which is a sharing type thing. And of course, if you just wanted to use the pocket, the life coach pocket, then you can do that. You don't have to share it as a business. But it's one of the best business models I've ever seen. A lot of people with direct sales, they're selling, shakes and vitamins and so on and so forth, and you're having to constantly call these people and remind them, hey, Jim Bob, it's time to order your shake, and they're like, oh, I can't afford it this month, but whatever. With this, it's just one product, and it's just a digital platform
Uh-huh.
that you pay monthly, and it's a lot cheaper than $600 an hour for a life coach.
Right, right.
You pay monthly, and you get all this electronic stuff that actually learns you and adapts to your dreams and your goals. And there's like Pavlovian's dog. I don't know if he rang a bell or what he did, but there's positive influencers in there
Uh-huh.
that will make you feel good about the accomplishment that you've done on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis. And I could go on and on about that. But essentially, I got into the business to help people. How much money will I make at it? Doesn't matter. As long as other people are successful, then I'm successful.
Right, it's just helping others achieve their dreams.
Yeah, and whatever that may be. You may want to be the best mother in the world. You may want to be, the best entrepreneur. You may want to be, the next Warren Buffett,
Yeah.
right? But whatever success looks like to you is what I'm trying to help people become.
Uh-huh, yeah. Well, well, you've already answered how it helped you personally. Can just anybody get involved? Anybody?
Yeah, as far as the business is concerned, most people truly want to improve something in their lives.
Uh-huh.
Some people, they don't. They'd rather sit on the couch and eat Cheetos and drink beer and watch Netflix and thumb through Facebook. That's not really the people that I'm looking for. I'm wanting the most people. If you're part of most people that want to improve, that's who will be successful at this, for sure.
Well, the ones who really want it.
Yeah.
Want to change in their lifestyle.
Sure, absolutely.
And with anything you mentioned earlier about with your job, and then most people, all they have is their job, and if that falls through, then they don't have anything.
Yes.
So it helps to have a little something extra on the side to help support you when you.
Little added security.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know. I've been with my job, like I said, 24, 25 years now, and I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, right? And it won't be long, I'll be leaving it. Since this, I told you I was in debt, 1.3 million or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I'm debt free now.
Well, great.
It's because literally of the format and everything that the Oola program shows you. There's a lot of financial gurus, in there to help out, and it's community too. It's not just this digital app, but there's a community involved that's free for anybody. There's monthly summits that people can go to live. I'll be doing something at the North River Y every month, and possibly here at the Chamber, and it'll be Facebook Live also. So community is a huge part of being successful. If you got positive people in your corner, then you're 80% more likely to achieve your goals.
So this also, I guess, helps people with their attitudes, and I don't mean people necessarily have a bad attitude. It just helps them.
The mindset.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you sit around and watch the news all day long, you can't have a positive mental attitude. That's one of the first things to stop. Just stop it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, let's see. You mentioned some of the areas that Oola has. What are there any other than the training and the financial and the life coaching type? Or are there other areas that you mentioned? There's different areas. Of course, when I talked to you the other day at the Valley Fest, we talked about the different areas. Like the stickers represent. So.
Yes, like the faith. The family, if you're struggling with your faith walk, that might be what you want to focus on. And then, of course, there's friendship. We all know that's extremely important.
Right.
The friends you have, you are who you hang around with. And then, of course, there's field, which they consider work, or your career, your field of work. And fun, that's one of my biggest things. I'm good financially now, when you're debt free, including my home, by the way. It just feels so much better, and then now I can focus on other things. My friends is something that I needed to reconnect with, and of course, there's finance, fun, fitness, family.
So basically, this program is taking and putting others first, and putting maybe not necessarily yourself last, but if you help others achieve their dream, then you'll achieve yours, basically.
Yes. What was it the master teacher said? If you find a way to serve the many, then you can serve the many too. I'm going to have to pause there for a second.
All right.
The master teacher was asked, Lord, how do we achieve greatness? He said, find a way to serve the many, for service to many leads to greatness. So yeah, but you have to focus on yourself first. You're no good to anybody unless you focus on yourself first.
Right, and we need to always look to ways to help ourselves because that's a key.
Yes.
Key to life. I mean, we have all kind of things in life: relationships, family. Like you said, your husband, your wife. All kind of relationships, children.
Yes, it's like juggling plates. I mean, you can only juggle so many. One's going to get out of control over here, so you got to stop, focus on this, and hit that one. And I know you're big about self-improvement and having that supplemental income. So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes. And like I said, it's now as I guess with our economy the way it is, it's now that has come to light more. People need something out there they can depend on. And I'm not necessarily so big on having the government help us so much. I'm more of a people person,
Yeah, don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
The most miserable people, I shouldn't say it, but when I had Section 8 housing, which was about half of what I had in the past, they were the most miserable people I've ever met. Yeah, there was only one good day in their entire month, and that was when the check came. And they were not happy. You would think sitting back and getting money for whatever you need and a little bit of what you want would be satisfying, but it's not. We've become a society of consumers. We need to become producers. Plant a garden.
Yeah.
That's being a producer. It doesn't have to be complicated.
No.
Right? Let's get away from the consumerism and become a producer. The whole entire world would be better.
Well, and with all the things that are available, even here in Sequatchie County and Dunlap, there's community clubs to get involved with, the community activities to be involved with. There's plenty of opportunities to volunteer and get out and be a part of the community without, you're not having to, you're just investing your time and helping others. So there's plenty of opportunities out there. We just need to get involved.
Yeah, get involved, meet people, and usually the volunteers for that stuff are pretty positive people.
Right.
And that's who you want to be around.
And that's what Oola is looking for, is the positive people who are getting out there that can improve not only them. A lot of times we look at people like that and we say, well, they don't need help. They're pretty good. But deep down, they're searching to help themselves.
You nailed it. You show me some of the richest people in the world, and I'll show you some of the most miserable people in the world. Because they got to work on themselves first. It's not all financial, is it?
Right. Yeah. Well, what else can you tell us about Oola that we haven't discussed that maybe we should get into?
I could probably go for days about it, but I pretty much covered. They have these big, something they call Oolapalooza, once a year, which is a really, really big, exciting deal, an eye-awakening type event. You're not walking across coals or anything like that, but it's a great event. And like I said, the community really is the biggest part that I think would help everybody. And so much of it you can do live, and of course they Zoom a lot, even though we're all Zoomed out, I believe.
Yeah.
But you can be part of it either way you want to be part of it.
Well, if someone wanted to be a part of Oola, how can they contact you, Curtis?
Well, we've got a website called Haman's Homestead, and the spelling of it hopefully will be in some part of this. Haman's, Haman, HammonsHomestead.com is a great way to do it. Or you can email me at curtislhammond@gmail.com, curtislhammond@gmail.com. It's a good way to do it. But the website kind of has a little bit of everything. My wife's done an incredible job with it. She did it all herself.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. what she's learned throughout the years, self-improvement, built her own websites, built her
Yeah.
blogs, her lead pages, and I don't even know half of what that stuff is, but she's great at it. So
Yeah.
hammondshomestead.com is a great way to get in there. And then there's all kinds of things. There's even free resources on our site that can help you. Pretty amazing. But if you haven't read a book in a while, or if you enjoy reading, the Think to Grow Rich. Think to Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's
Okay.
amazing. Yeah.
Let's get with anything else we've left out or maybe we need to include.
Probably, but I think I've talked enough.
Well, Curtis, it's certainly a pleasure to have you today. We're certainly
Yes.
glad to have you. And folks, remember, Oola, you visit Curtis's website, and again, we'll have that at, excuse me. So make sure you watch us on the BTC Fiber YouTube page and catch us on the Channel 18 as well. And again, we thank you for watching us today.
Yeah, get your life back in balance.
Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.